Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Thanks for being here tonight, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I go live every single Tuesday night at 8 Eastern. So I appreciate having you with me tonight. And if you are joining me and you are brand new and have never said hi, or maybe you've watched a bunch of my replays, or maybe this is your first time catching me live, just say hi and let me know where you're from. I love to say hi to everybody, make you feel welcome. We have a great group of women in the chat and they would like to welcome you as well. So give them that opportunity and say hi to us. All right, so let's talk about Card Fiesta. This Saturday, the 30th of November, I am having a Card Fiesta. It is a class that I do every other Saturday from 12:30 to 3:30 in Virginia Beach. It's an in-person class and we get together every other Saturday and make some cards and eat some Mexican food. It's lots of fun. And I think we only have 2 more this year. So I would love it if you're in the area and would like to join us. Just send me a message at Kelly, Kelli, at inkyhandswarmhearts.com and let me know. And I would be happy to get you set up and reserve a spot for you. We can only take so many, so that's why I need to have an RSVP, but I would love to have you come and bring a friend or 2. So just contact me and let me know. All right, let's talk about my Inky Hands crew membership. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. It is my supporters, those who really love my content and would like a little bit more, and for their support of $7.99 a month, I send them every Friday 2 video tutorials in addition to the 2 I do live every week, and they get 4 tutorials with that bundle or stamp set of the week. So if you would like a little bit more content from me with the same bundles, it's just $7.99 a month, the price of a Starbucks. So very affordable. You also get 2 challenges a month, 1 color, 1 sketch. And we have a Facebook group that we hang out in. So you'll have to join us and try out the Inky Hands crew. If you would like more information, what you need to do is go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com and click on memberships, or membership, I think, not plural. And you will get all the information that you need. And if there's still more questions after that, then please feel free to reach out and I would be happy to answer any of those. So now let's talk about our tutorial bundle. So I'm part of a design team called Crafty Collaborations, and we do a tutorial bundle every month, and I send that to anyone who spends $50 or more in my online store and uses my host code. So right now, this is my host code. And when this one is not active, I will have the next one on my website, also on all my videos. So check that out. The nice thing about this is you have 36 projects. And if you don't have all the stamp sets, that's okay. You can use these as a starting off point for projects or color combos for other projects. So I would really love it if you would spend $50 with me in the month. And as my token of appreciation, I will send you a card handmade and handwritten in and this tutorial bundle. So the way to get it is to use the host code. But if you spend over $150, don't use the host code. I will still send it to you. So that is that. All right, I want to talk about a few online exclusives we have available. We have this Utterly Adorable Suite, which is an online exclusive, and the Marbled Elegance Suite, which is another one. And those are available in my online store. They're not in the catalog, so I wanted to point them out. The Marbled Elegance has this gorgeous designer series paper. It has heart sequence, gift bags, gold twisted thread, and Hearts of Elegance bundle, which has beautiful sentiments, a few hearts, some florals, Really beautiful suite of products, and the whole suite is $92.75 for all of those items. We also have the Happy Hibiscus bundle is also online, but go on to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com, and click on shop and go to my online store. And in the store, you will find my online exclusives, and you can see for yourself what else we have available. We also have 30% off all the CTMH products in the store, so check those out and see if there's anything there that catches your fancy. I also wanted to share with you about our kits collection. So in November, we got 2 kits. We got Nature's Paintings. This is a coloring book with watercolor pencils and a water painter. It is a pretty cool kit, and we've never had anything like it. So I would like to challenge you to try it and see what you think. You can use the images after you watercolor them for different cards or 3D projects. So check that out. We also have our Layered Landscapes kit, which comes with 4 7 1/8 by 7 1/8 by 3/4 of an inch frames. They come with pre-cut pieces, and the frames can be easels, so they could sit on a desktop or they can be hung on a wall. So check out that kit. That's another of the newer kits. And let's talk about Paper Pumpkin. This is our December Paper Pumpkin kit, a little preview. It is our last one for 2024. I highly recommend that you join and check out this kit because I think it's going to be stunning. It comes with scalloped edged cards, vellum pieces, and really sparkly embellishments. I'm a sucker for anything with a sparkle. All right, and Paper Pumpkin has add-ons. Every quarter we have a die set that goes for the entire quarter. The one for October, November, December quarter, the 4th quarter of the year, has the word Merry, a tag, and this really beautiful fern leaf. So this is another hint about the December kit. Now I'm on the Creativity Abounds design team, and every month we put out a PDF for sale, and we preview it with a blog hop. So on the 20th of the month, I had a blog hop. So if you want to go to my website and look up Creativity Abounds in the search, you can find the blog hop from the 20th. It's just a little ways down because it just happened. And you can check out all the cute projects. We did holiday gifts, packaging, and treats for the tutorial bundle for November. So you can buy those in my store. And I also have my paper piecing patterns for Halloween and Easter available for all the years that I've done them as well in my store. So let's talk a little bit about the set we're going to use for the week. So this week we are using Surfing Santa. I did a poll with a few of my people that are in the crew, and they chose Surfing Santa for this week. So this is what we're using. This is a really cute little stamp set. It has 8 images and 2 sentiments, 6 actual images, and I have had a ball working with it. And if you would like all 4 projects, this is the time to join my Inky Hands crew. Try it out for a month, see what you think. There is no commitment, like you don't have to stay for 6 months or a year, but I guarantee that once you start receiving the videos and see the fabulous card class that I bring you every single week with 4 projects, you guys will want to stay. So today's project, I paired Surfing Santa with a die set that is in the annual catalog. And I actually did a week with this stamp set and dies, and it is called Beach Day. And I just thought that Santa needed some palm trees, maybe a wave to catch, and I decided to use this set of dies for the card. So as you could see from the preview on YouTube, it is quite a cute project. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And this is what it looks like. It is super adorable, and I just love how he's leaping out of the water and catching that wave there with his little drink in his hand, his sun, palm trees, and his gifts on the shore. And then, of course, it says warm wishes, and then inside it says, may your days be sunny and bright. This is a great Christmas card to send to somebody that lives in a tropical climate that would love a card like this. So again, I'm using the Surfing Santa stamp set and the Beach Day dies. And I'll point them out as I pull them out what I used from where. So let me move this out of the way and we will get started. So we're starting with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5, and this is Melon Mambo. And I apologize for the shadows. I'm in a different place recording, and so I don't have the same lighting. So I apologize in advance for the shadows tonight, but that's really not gonna take away from your project. So it was scored at 4 1/4 inches, and I'm gonna join my corners together and then give it a good burnish. And I need to grab a scrap paper. So, let me grab a notebook and grab a piece from it for our scraps here. So we are going to do some ink blending for this background. We're starting with a piece of basic white, and we are going to turn it into a blue sky over that gorgeous blue water. All right, I have a scrap paper right here. All right, so we will use this one. I'm gonna move Santa up to the top here. We're just gonna grab white on white. I know it's a little hard to see, but it'll be worth it. We're gonna start adding that blue color to it, and we're gonna use Azure Afternoon. So let's grab that ink pad and a small blending brush. And you can see in a circular motion, I'm picking up color from the ink pad. And I'm always gonna blot off because you get like a dark blot right in the beginning. And so you wanna start off, and all I'm gonna do is slowly and circularly move across my cardstock here, filling it in with color. And I'm gonna bring it down almost to the very bottom. Pick up some more. And again, start off, get that first initial blot off onto your scratch paper. And we're gonna start filling in and getting a little bit more blue every time we add another layer. And I'm bringing it down pretty low because I want the blue to show behind those waves. There's kind of cutouts on those waves, and I really want that blue to show nicely. All right, I'm gonna fill up my blending brush one more time and blot off. And then we're gonna add where there's some white showing through. So I'm just gonna work my way to those little spots and fill in a little darker sky color in those spots. All right, I'm quite happy with that. I like there to be a little bit sometimes of white peeking in places so that it looks like clouds are rolling through the sky. All right, now let's grab our wave die cut. Now I've already die cut this out. I grabbed a little scrap of basic white cardstock, and we have our little wave here, and I am going to color that, and this time I'm going to do it a lot darker than the sky. So in order to get it darker, we're going to push down when we are adding our color. And when you push real hard, I didn't want to do that on the sky because I wanted it to be soft, but I want our waves to really be a contrast against that sky. So I'm using the same color, but I'm adding a little bit more intensity when I blend that in. And that's how you get that nice, deep azure afternoon blue. And we're almost complete here. I want to make sure that it gets all the way down here so that there's no white showing in case it peeks through. All right, and I'm just going to intensify just slightly one more time over the waves with whatever's left on this brush. Quite happy with that. All right. So let's bring that white background that we blended back in here. And we're gonna figure out where we want our waves, see how they stick off, so we're gonna trim. We're gonna glue those in place. And then I have a scrap of cardstock that's crumb cake that I cut the sand die, and I'm going to show you both of these dies so that you guys can see them. So here is the one I used for the sand, and this straight edge doesn't cut, just the wave. And same here, this bottom edge, one is cutting and one is not, okay? So you have to be aware when you place it. Now this is a lot deeper than it needs to be, but I want to figure out how far up I want my waves and then where I want my sand to be. I think I want about maybe that much sand, which looks pretty good to me right there. I'm happy with that, I think. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue my wave in place. I'm just gonna hold my sand here. We're gonna add some wet adhesive to the back, and we're gonna attach that wave down. And I'm gonna run some underneath here as well, just to hold it in place. We're gonna slide that in, maybe right, let's see where this one is, a little lower, right there. All right, and now we're gonna grab our paper snips and snip the edges and remove those excess pieces. All right, let's get this piece out of the way. We don't need it right now. All right, so next we're gonna add our sand. And what I'm gonna do here is I just wanna make sure that I place it right under the waves. I think that's good. So let's go ahead and add adhesive to the bottom here. And that will get the bottom of my wave. And then I'm gonna add a line along the top. And that will hold that in place. And then we will adhere it. Okay, so let's figure out, this is gonna kind of go over that, like that. And that leaves a little room on this side. And I think it's pretty straight for the most part. I'm gonna bring this up just a hair more, I think. Yeah, like that. And it looks like the waves are cresting right on the sand. So let's trim off our excess. So I'm gonna come here and trim straight down the edge and then straight up this side. And then I'm gonna use my little guillotine cutter because I like to use it when I have a big, long straight cut that I need to make. And so I will place it in here and line it up with the edge of the blade. And there we go. And we're just gonna follow that all the way down, and nice straight placement. Okay, so now we are going to add our palm trees and our seagrass. So you have these two palm leaves here. So let me try and grab the two different ones. Of course, I grabbed two of the same. These two are the same. I have two grass pieces, and I use shaded spruce cardstock. All right, so this one's a little different. You see the difference? And I have two of each. And then I have two each of the grass pieces. And then I have two of the palm trunks. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna move this out of the way, and I'm gonna start with this palm leaf, and I'm gonna put a little dab of glue right there in the middle. And then I'm going to place this one over the top, and I'm gonna do the same thing again. So the one that looks like a T and curves to the right is the bottom. And then the one that looks like a T and curves to the left is the top. And I'm putting them two different ways. You see how I did that? Well, I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna go the way I did before. I like it better, I think. All right, so there are my two palms, okay? Now, I wanted one to look longer and one to look shorter. So in order to do that, I added adhesive to the tip of this trunk, like this. And instead of attaching it to the center, I attached it to the leaf, okay? So now it's attached to basically the bottom of this leaf, so it's gonna be a taller palm. And this one is gonna be coming up from the side in the same place, but what I wanna do is I wanna make it look shorter. So I'm going to attach this one on a little farther down, see? And then we have them overlapping. So we're gonna put some glue at the top and a little farther down. And then we're gonna figure out how we're gonna place our, I think like that. And then it looks like we have a shorter and a taller palm, which I love. I love that. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna start with the one in the back. And so I am gonna add adhesive to the trunk, and only to the trunk. And I'm going to place it kind of where I want it to be in the sky, okay? And then that will position the trunk where it needs to be. And I'm pressing that down like that, okay? And then with the shorter one, and this one here, I'm gonna grab my mini dimensionals. So let me grab those. And I'm going to start to lift and remove the backs of a few, maybe 3 or 4. And I wanna add some dimension to the palm tree. Since there's nothing back here, we're gonna stick a dimensional on a few of these leaves, the palm leaves, and then that will kind of hold it upward and give it a little dimension on the page here. So there's that one. And we're gonna put one here, and I'm gonna do one more, and that should be enough. Well, if this one will stick where it's supposed to go. All right, one more. So we got 5. And this one's gonna go right here in the center of this leaf. All right, so now when we lay them down, they have a little dimension behind them. So they're not quite flat. And I am going to take these and toss them in the trash. All right. Now comes our next one. Now, for our next one, I want to raise up the palm slightly. So I'm going to use these edge pieces that I have here. And I'm just going to cut a couple narrow pieces. And I'm going to start this one here and pull the back off. And the other one will go a little farther down. And we'll put it right about there. Now, the rest is going to get wet glue. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of mini dimensionals. Not as many as last time, but one maybe there. And definitely on this palm and this one. And I might have to cut, let's see, a piece, because that one's kind of small. So let me trim, where's that piece? Here it is. I'll trim a skinnier piece. We'll add this one here, and then we'll add another one, a little bit thinner, right here to this one. All right, so that's gonna give us, whoops, I don't think I pulled the back off. Here we go. And get it to stick. There we go. So that one's going there. Let's get all the backs off. I think only 2 of them didn't have them removed. Maybe 3. All right, that one definitely sticky. This one's sticky. All right, they're ready to go. So now I'm going to put a little bit of wet adhesive here. And we're going to attach this palm tree leaning and right about there. And that will attach that one onto the scene. All right, now we're going to add some thin pieces back behind the grass. So that will hold our grass up. So we'll start, I cut a few of them, let's see. Let's put this one in this corner. And then we have a little bit bigger one right here. All right, and we'll put the bigger one on this side, and let's cut a thin one right there. And I'm also gonna get rid of this when I pull this one off. All right, so let's trim that away. All right, so let's pull the backs off. I'm gonna find my take your pick tool, it's so much easier. Okay. And this one. And then we're going to lay, we're gonna lay the, you can see how they're overlapped here. So we'll start with the one in the back. We're gonna add that one first, and it's gonna be right at the base of them. And then the second one's gonna come down a little bit and overlap here, like that. Isn't that cute? All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do here is we are gonna add the packages. Now I did cut those out and color them. They're fussy cut. And I used light melon mambo, light azure afternoon, dark daffodil delight. And that's what I used to color those. So let's finish up this little straggle piece here and put a few of these on these packages, and that way I can get rid of this little small thing here. All right, and I'll try and see. That one didn't stick out, does it? Oh no, maybe a smidge. I'll trim it. All right, let's put one on that one. You think a big one will fit? I don't know. I have some more babies. Let's add one here. All right, so now we're gonna add our presents. They're under the palm tree because after all, in Florida, they have palm trees for Christmas, don't they? I don't know, I've never lived there. So I'm gonna add these right here by the grass and kind of up, like flying from Santa's surfboard where he's delivering these cute packages. All right. I hope that you're still hanging out with me now. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add the sun, and that's always fun. This stamp set has a really cute sun. It's very island-like, I guess that's the best way to say it. And I'm gonna add a few dimensionals on the back of it because I want it to be nice and secure. So 3 is always a good number. All right, and we'll add that in the sky. And then we gotta give Santa a spray of wave to ride on. So we are going to, I can't even think what I wanted to say. I was gonna say something, but what was it? Who knows? I'm trying to find the same way I had it up there. I guess we'll just go with this one. I don't know which way I did it before. So this can overlap slightly because remember that we're gonna have a little pink edge up there. So now we're gonna grab our Azure Afternoon and we're gonna use this stamp right here, which is the wave. And I wanted to turn it this way, so like it's crusting upward. You'll see when I put ink on it, you'll be able to see it better. All right, so there it is, and I'm going to stamp it right about, I don't know, right about there-ish. And there is our wave. Let me grab my stamp cleaner. And then we're going to add Santa over the wave. So let's close this before I stick my hand in it. And I have already stamped Santa in Memento Tuxedo Black. I used light and dark Melon Mambo for his surfboard, light Melon Mambo for his surf shorts, and shaded Spruce Light for his Christmas trees and his shirt. I used light Azure Afternoon for his sunglass shine and for the inside of his drink. I used, I believe it was 600, but I might be wrong. It might be 500 for the arms. I will add it in the description of the video so you should be able to tell. And then for his hat and his cup, also light Melon Mambo. And then I added a little gray to his beard because I can. Artistic license. My Santa has a little gray in his beard. All right, so let's add some dimensionals and we're gonna have him surf his wave. Isn't he just the cutest? I literally fell in love with this set as I've been working with it this week. It is a lot of fun to play with. Let's put a mini dimensional there. And then I'm gonna cut some new parts and pieces and fit them in spots where they are needed, like maybe a little support for his hand. All right, I'm quite happy with that. All right, so let's pull the backs off and then we're gonna do some stamping on the inside of our card. And I'll show you that in a minute. I think I did in the beginning, but I might not have. I can't recall that long ago. That's what happens as you get older. You can't remember anything. All right. So here is our Santa, if I can get him from surfing off my finger. Okay, so we're gonna add him here. He's gonna catch this wave, and I kind of want him crusting like right there where you can kind of see the splash from the wave. I want his beard right there, catching a little bit of those. And I wanted his surfboard touching my water here. Isn't he just the cutest? Oh my gosh, love that. All right, let's add him on to the front of our card and then we will work on the inside. He is so adorable and I had so much fun coloring him and playing with him with all different bright colors. I love bright colors, so a tropical Christmas is perfect for me actually. All right, so there is our Santa on our piece. Now we're gonna add our sentiment with our Melon Mambo ink pad on the front. And then we're gonna keep that ink pad out because we're gonna stamp on our piece of basic white that's on the inside. So I'm inking up Warm Wishes. We're gonna put that right here on the sand, just like that. And let me clean this stamp. We'll bring out our basic white for the inside. Okay. And I'll show you the inside of our card in case I did it earlier. I think I did though, okay? So we're gonna use a little crumb cake as well, but let's go ahead and grab our sentiment, if I can find it. Here it is. It was on the same block as the wave. So we're gonna add this right here. Ooh, let me clean that because I don't wanna get that on my paper. Let's try that one more time. I don't know what happened there. I think I was just too far away from the ink pad. Let's try that one more time. So I'm gonna move these dies out of the way and bring this over so I can see a little better. There we go. Now I'm not making quite the mess that I was before. So we're gonna stamp that right about here. And there's our sentiment for the inside. Now we're gonna pull out the crumb cake ink pad. And I'm gonna clean, and we'll grab our little sand, or it can also be spray, water spray, whatever you want it to be. And I'm gonna stamp that twice, and then we'll add the seashells around it. So we're gonna ink that up, and let's put one over here. And let's add one over here. And then we're gonna add a seashell below it to the left and kind of in the sand here. It's quite a seashelly beach. Oh goodness, okay. Let's clean. I probably should cover my glue, but hopefully it will still glue. All right, let's close this one and we're gonna add it to the inside. Let's open our new card. And we'll add that with a little border all the way around. I think I kind of cut this pink base slightly off. I have to fix it because things like that just bug me. So I'm gonna give it just a haircut, a very, very, very slight haircut. See how slight? Probably no one else would have noticed it. So there's our cute Santa. Oh my goodness, I love this set and I had so much fun making this card. I hope that you love the whimsy of this card as much as I loved creating it. So once again, let me put away my dimensionals because I will lose them. All right, so we used Surfing Santa and Beach Day dies. And there is our Beach Santa Christmas card. If you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat. I will stay and answer them. I hope that everybody enjoyed themselves. If you need a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Reach out to me and I'd be happy to send you a catalog. If you're brand new to Stampin' Up, welcome. We're the friendliest group. Stamping just brings you together, and the community that I've built through these videos and my membership is just means so much to me. So thank you for everybody who's part of the crew. You guys support my family and support me, and it means the world to me. So thank you again for being part of it. And I also want to say thanks for watching today, and I hope you'll come back Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern and hang out with me again. So thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!